We're blaming him. We're blaming
Blame him. Yes. How are you guys? Good?
I'm doing great.
I'm
How are
high.
you?
Enjoying New York City?
Fucking loving it.
I already know several places you've been, including a dive bar. And were you at the Queen Latifah concert too?
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Rock-
That wasn't a
Rock-
queen. That
What?
was a bunch of.
Hold
different
on a
people.
second.
No,
what?
but wasn't
Yeah,
that for
I went to the Rock and Bells. It was fucking awesome.
Redman.
Yeah.
Method Man, Redman, like it was just Slick Rick, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper,
That's
MC
sick.
Light rocked. Oh my god.
Yeah, because Friday's the 50th
Yeah.
anniversary of hip hop's
Yeah.
concert at Yankee Stadium. So,
he,
like
yeah, it was
everybody's in
like
town.
it's like an
about to
LL Cool J
say.
thing. So yeah, it was awesome.
I
Nice.
did.
It was a
I
good
went.
night.
I
Hell
went
yeah.
to a concert there one time. Actually, it's over there in Queens.
Yeah,
Queens.
Queens.
Yeah, the Forest
Yeah,
Stadium.
yeah. I went there one time, and I actually like went there with somebody who was performing, and it was like a backstage experience. It was pretty
Wild.
fucking sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Everybody's here.
Did you
Ending
guys
down
go
the
hiking
summer.
together at one point or something?
Oh, Vegas.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yo, she showed me some sick ass shit. I didn't know there was snow in Vegas.
Where was the snow?
I took her up to the mountains. It was like
I didn't
50
know there was
minutes.
snow in Vegas. That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a place, Mount Charleston. It's like 50 minutes from my house, and just took her up there. And like I go up there and snowboard and
Oh,
you know,
nice.
get away from the heat when
Yeah.
it's summer because it's usually like 20 to 30 degrees cooler.
Word.
So yeah, I'm a big outdoorsy.
Oh, you're
That's
in
a
Vegas?
little bit of an
You like,
understatement.
you
It
you
was
come here a lot or
cold.
no?
Yeah, I actually come here a lot. I have a lot of good friends. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I do, like celebrate.
Oh, Joanna Angel, right?
Yeah.
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 Was
from
content made in
Jersey
Vegas
Strong.
with Kiki, or was it just like a friends trip?
No, we did content actually in Miami.
Yeah,
But this was just like a friends trip.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was the
That's
first
nice.
time we met. We did content in Miami. Went fucking phenomenal.
I had such a good time.
Yeah, we literally and then after the shoot, we got like drunk at the little bar that was
Yeah.
upstairs, and we went.
Nice.
Literally, it was like 11 o'clock at night. We're playing in the ocean, fucking our makeup up,
Yeah,
doing
it was
splits in the
great.
sand.
It was awesome.
And a beautiful friendship was born.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You know, you just have to gather friends that you can be completely wild and like weird with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like they're just down for the like.
And
down for
I
it.
love the fact that you're outdoorsy. And I grew up super like tomboyish. Like I was riding my bike every day, fucking to the boy at the end of the fucking street. Like
Exactly.
I wonder where that
I
was
did.
from.
I rode my bike all over town.
But yeah, no. When she took me to the fucking mountains, bro, like I've never seen nothing like that in my life. It was like, I feel like pretty similar to Colorado. I've never been. I've always wanted to go during the winter time. And the snow, like, it's not like here. Like you throw it and it's gonna fly away and it's all fluffy
light.
and pretty. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was deep too. Like that got
it
dumped on
was
last
like
year.
6 foot deep type shit. Like I was walking and we're walking over picnic tables. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
what
couldn't
the
even see the
fuck?
picnic tables at that point.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's
Damn.
fun.
I've never been to
Alexis,
Vegas. I
you
gotta
do
go.
like a variation of things. You had a comedy show, podcast, coffee.
Yeah,
liquor,
coffee.
weed,
I actually
and, like,
also
what
do a
else?
beer collaboration, so you can
Wild.
I have
Beer's
Alexis
good.
Fawx.
You have your own
Blonde
coffee?
Ale. Yeah, my own.
What's it
coffee.
called?
HAF coffee. I used to be high as like
High
on
as-
as
yeah.
Fox.
High as F.
Everybody thought I had THC in it. I was like, I can't
Oh,
sell
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What?
Across state lines.
That's
with
getting
THC,
that's
so-
common now. I just looked at I was at my buddy's house and
Yeah.
looked in his fridge and it was his THC infused
Yeah,
coffee.
everything is like
Yeah, yeah,
infused. So no, it's just like regular coffee. It's gonna wake you up. We have light, medium, and dark roast. And then I made friends with a local brewer, and we make a beer called Cheers to Breakfast with my coffee in it.
Oh, nice.
And then we also do an Alexis Fawx blonde ale. So if you guys are in Vegas, hit me up. I'll totally hook you up with some
I gotta
brew.
try it.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Was it
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
for you to like cross over and do different businesses, or do you get like a lot of?
I
like, haters
love
for
it.
and
I hate
whatnot?
being idle. I think, a body and a mind in motion, you're going to stay in motion. And so I just don't want to be at idle. And I like to do things that I have passions for. I like cool microbrew type of beer situations. I love coffee. I love traveling around the world and having both of those things. And it's just like a really cool thing. I enjoyed the whole comedy, like hosting and producing that show in LA. Before the pandemic, we just turned that into the podcast. And hopefully now with the onset of cannabis friendly rooms opening up in Las Vegas, that's something that I'll go back to. But maybe not on an every month basis, but like more quarterly or something like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
love it.
awesome.
I like being busy. I like doing different things. And it's a great opportunity to meet incredible people and connect with them and work with them. And I love that opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
love about this
Yeah, us too.
industry. I've met so many cool ass people,
Mhm.
and they're down to earth, and that's something I feel like that sets us apart from like today's society. Is like people are so scared to be themselves and so scared to be out there that like they shame everybody. So we're just like so open minded. Like I'll be like, oh, you do that? I don't give a fuck. Like cool, let's be friends. Like
Yeah. It's like a good support. We're like a big family.
Do you get like hated on though? But, like someone's like, "Oh, why would I buy your product? You're a porn star," or anything like
Oh
that?
my
Or is it hard to
God.
cross over?
You know, I think like, you know, you're going to have all types of people.
Yeah.
And you're going to have those types of people that are just going to be like, oh, you do porn, you can't make coffee.
Yeah,
like, oh my God, you only spread your legs. Like,
I
okay,
love
dude,
coffee.
whatever. You have a very closed mind and narrowed at that point.
Right.
I don't care about those people. I care about the people because I don't want to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the positive. I'm going to focus on the fans that buy and support my stuff and look at that at the end of the day. What went right, right? Because then I'm setting the tone even for the next day because I've already set that tone in my brain.
Right.
And those are the people I'm going to shower to and pay attention to, are the people that support me.
Facts.
I actually had a fan question, JV. Shout out JV. He asked,
JV.
how do you become so multifaceted and make money on your passions?
The money.
I work a lot. I work every day. Every day. I work there. I work on something every day. I don't get all, like, my to-do list is always going to be forever. So I've got over the fact that I'm not going to get everything done on that list.
Right.
But it's not like, it's like if you just make little steps every single day on something, you know, you're going to get to the top. Like, it's like hiking. I hike, right? Like, you don't get to the top by fucking making great leaps and jumps. You're going to wear yourself out, break your knees, or fall.
Yeah.
You do it by every little step. So I look at life like that. You know, you just take it every step. And I do, and it's like a lot different. Like, I have had other jobs where you're working for someone else's other dream.
Yep.
You're working well over 40 hours in the onset of email. Then all of a sudden now you have to be reachable all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're capped salary and you have no autonomy. You have to call in sick, call in off. And like, so I probably work more, but I'm working for my own shit and it excites me. And so motivation doesn't get you through. What gets you through is your excitement and your discipline. If you're excited about something, you're going to be a much more, like, whether you want to do it that morning. There's not every day I want to go to the gym, but I do because I know I'm going to feel fucking better. So, yeah.
Do you think being in the Air Force helped you, like, with all that? And also, thanks for your service.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you were in the Air Force?
You should have swapped those.
How did I not know
What a
that?
moron.
What?
Yeah, I was in the Air Force.
Damn, you're a bad bitch.
I think, you know, honestly,
You were the
straight
first
up.
one wearing seem like combat boots on a podcast.
Dude,
so.
I love these boots. I'm fucking in love with them. I always feel like I'm like going to be like some like covert like assassin when I'm walking around
G.I.
in them.
Jane.
I love it.
I would be scared of her. I was like texting her last time, like, make sure you make it home safe. And I was like, nah, she probably
She'll
will
be
be
fine.
I'm good. I'm good. Trust me.
Wait, when were you in
I
the
do
military?
wake up and choose violence some days.
I'm from PA, I think.
I am from
You're from
PA.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
No wonder you
from
hike so
small town.
I'm
much.
over here learning all kinds of
Yeah,
new things
I grew
now.
up like right by the Appalachian Mountains, and so
That's
I
wild.
went
Oh, wow.
hiking and hunting and all kinds of stuff with my dad. And I just,
sick.
yeah, I just grew up. I was very tomboyish. I loved it though, and I was always very adventurous. Like, I
Same.
remember like skipping school and like going down to DC and like partying with the New York club kids like for a whole weekend and saying, you know, you're staying at your friend Sarah's house.
Right.
I don't know how we got away with that shit, but we did.
That's legendary.
And yeah.
How
like,
old were you when you joined the Air Force?
I just turned, I guess I was 17. And I so badly wanted to get out of my small town. My small town that I come from is very small, Amish, religious. I just felt, and I remember being super young and thinking, God, if I stay here, I'm going to die of suffocation of a miserable death. Like, I'm just not going to be able to expand the way I really wanted to as a and I just knew that about myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be, I was such a punk rock kid. So I was responsible for my life. And I was like, the Air Force is the easiest. 6 weeks, I can deal with this. I'll sign up. I'll move around a little bit. It'll give me some, it gave me great skills.
Yeah, sure.
And it does help me throughout my life. You know, I know that anything I need to do, I may not like it during that like 15 minutes,
like
but that's 15 minutes of my time. You can get through anything.
Were you overseas at all?
I was never stationed overseas. It was all like mostly in North Dakota, to be honest.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Grand Forks, North Dakota. I was there.
And
How
that
was
was
the weather?
not as boring as Amish country?
Oh, it was interesting. It was a new, well, you know, it was just a new part of life. What made it
Right.
interesting was I was meeting all these people from all over, you
Yeah,
know,
that's the
and like
best.
other people I would have never met otherwise if I would have stayed in my small town.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I knew it was just a stepping. I knew it wasn't going to be
You
a
weren't gonna
career
stay,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I knew, okay, I'm going to put, this is a section part of my life. I can, you know, if I can do this for so many years, I know I can do this.
Yeah.
So let me put in these building blocks. And then I wanted to go to college. This was going to give me the building blocks to go to college. So I went to college and helped use the GI Bill and still had student loans.
wild.
It was not all paid for. But yeah, it was just like all these little stepping stones. And it like brought me to here.
And then you went to
yeah.
Paralegal
That's
to porn
crazy.
star, right?
Yeah,
What's
I
funny?
did.
What's
I
funny is
did.
I'm laughing
I
at
think
this
I knew
because
that.
like somebody who's like horny or has like these fetishes will think this is a perfect sex scene, like Air Force and then a secretary.
Yeah.
And it's like all your old
I played
old
all of them.
turds.
That's
And
why
is
it
that
comes so
funny?
naturally for me. Yeah, I've never been a stepmom, but let me erase that. I've been playing everything but the stepmom. That just.
I feel like I heard somewhere that you were a paralegal. That's pretty funny. That's those are your classic like
That's crazy.
porn scene. You've already knocked out a bunch of
Wow.
them.
Yeah,
Someone in the military, a freaking paralegal.
And I think
Nurse.
you guys
Yeah.
both played MILFs before, and you don't have
Oh,
kids.
for
It just that's the way it
sure,
goes.
Yeah, I just have fur kids.
I was playing MILF at 22. I'm like, I'm only 22. Why y'all got me being a mom?
But
But
you got
then
titties.
You just have to put it
Well, no,
under
I
MILF.
didn't.
Yeah, you just have to put it under the MILF category, and people were like, all right.
It's like, oh, okay, you got titties.
I didn't have titties then, but back then they still had me playing it, and then I don't know. It just grew with me because honestly, MILFs are fine as fuck. Like, are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
it helped build my career.
It's
so
mature. I like the
didn't-
maturity. I like the
yeah.
maturity of a woman. That looks so hot to me.
Mm.
I'm at that age. I'm like, I can fuck your grandpa, your dad, you and your son.
You said you were playing the MILF at 22, right? And
Yeah.
Alexis, you started in the industry in your 30s. Like
Yeah, I
that's-
did,
that-
I did.
Technically, that'd be late for a lot
Oh,
of
wow.
girls now, right? Like you were
Yeah,
like kind of
but I
like
think more women are starting now in the 30s, especially with the online.
And she was doing a bunch of stuff right before. I mean, she was doing a bunch of stuff before. That's
Yeah.
kind of
came
why.
in as a MILF though, right? Like,
Yeah, totally,
I think the
yeah.
genre was popping at the time where you helped create the genre.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
But when you-
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
When you joined the
yeah,
Air
that's
Force,
awesome.
though, like were you like, all right, I'm going to do Air Force, then I'm going to do college, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do porn, or did you stumble into porn at that? It happened to be at that age.
It really was just opportunities that presented themselves. I knew like the Air Force was going to get me to like college, what I took in college and where that was going to take me. I really wasn't quite sure, because then I would have to like graduate and find a job, and degrees change and things like that. And I just knew when I graduated college, I was like, I flipped a coin between Phoenix, Arizona, and Miami, Florida, and Miami won. And my mom was on the phone at the time. I was like, okay, I'm going to Miami. I'm going to leave in a couple weeks.
Oh wow!
Wait, so
But how did I get from like paralegal to porn?
how'd you get like? Who found
That
you?
is good,
Is that something you
tagline.
Googled you wanted to do?
So yeah, I was living in Miami and I got fucking fed up working for attorneys.
Yeah.
It was just you're
Stressful.
sealing. I was the senior patent paralegal for United States Trademark Office. Submitting things into the international. Working with the inventors was always great because you're working with like these genius, brilliant people, but the fucking attorneys suck. So. And you just work. You work yourself to the bone, and you get like these 2 weeks off, like I was saying.
You're
right?
getting fucked no matter what.
Yeah, you're getting fucked
Yeah.
no matter what.
Paralegal to porn.
So I was like, fuck this. I quit. I hauled off and quit. I was like, I got to change my life. I was also, because I was not living a happy or aligned with what I was meant. Let's say I'm meant to do porn, but it meant to like have the autonomy over your own time. I was starting to take, you party from Friday to Monday because you're just like trying to forget that week because you're just like, you're just like, I got to release this. And so I really I didn't feel like I just got to a point, I'm like, this isn't living.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make massive changes. So I hauled off and quit everything. I even quit
blame you.
friends. I quit I'm
Same.
changing my entire behavior patterns. I'm going to start going to bed early. I'm going to start getting up early and stuff like that and just changing everything. And I needed that time to think about what am I going to do. But living in Miami, you have to make money.
Yeah,
So I actually opened up Craigslist.
that's funny.
And it was to be an extra for Dancing Bear. Now, being a free spirit and love to fuck.
And what is
all
Dancing
doing all
Bear
that.
for the audience?
So Dancing Bear is like the premise where it's like the bridal party and like the end dancer comes out with a bear mask on and you basically either fuck or suck the dick or whatever, right? So they were only going to blowjob that day.
I wasn't familiar with it.
And I went down there
neither.
just to be an extra, to be in the audience. I was like, yeah, I would love to see live sex. This is fucking cool, right? Whatever. That was my mindset at the time. And then I went through the laundry list of things, and they were only going to blowjob, and I got the blowjob, and they said it was like, I think it was like $500 or something like that. Could have been whatever. It was around that range. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll make that $500. I've been told I'm good. Like, that was like, yeah, there was no like, well, should I? There was no
Right.
flip-flopping. I was just like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. And still at that time, and even like when I were like, hey, we want to book you again the next day because you did such a great job. And I was like, really? Okay, cool. This is fucking great. I get to blow and make money and I get to fuck and make money. Let's give it a try. Like, what else was I fucking doing?
Right.
So yeah. And that's how Alexis Fawx just was like kind of born in that sense. And that very next day after Dancing Bear, I was a MILF soup. So, and like with Bang Bros and stuff being reality porn, you normally don't get booked for reality right away. They like to have a couple months in between, but I guess I did a really good job. They were like, let's get her in here.
I found it motivational because you started out, in a sense, in our society, you would say late in the 30s, right?
Yeah.
And you became successful at it. Like comedians trying to make it at 40 or, late 30s. It's like people now, they're like, oh, if you're not successful by 20 or whatever, you're a failure type thing.
Yeah,
so I looked at that. I'm like, that's rare now, I feel like, in adult entertainment. But you're saying sometimes there are actually older MILFs that come in late. But like to be successful in your late 30s is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like getting right in the industry then.
Thank you.
Badass.
Yeah. I really like, I realized about myself, it's not just about the sex, it's about the entertainment.
Yeah.
And I realized, I am a little entertainer at heart. You know what I mean? I have that inside me. I enjoy it. I love just having that interaction, creating a product. It doesn't now, and now I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't care if it's safe for work or not safe for work. Let's create something fun.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's also opened up a whole new world of other creators I get to work with.
Yeah.
I tell people when I reach out, hey, I'm not reaching out that we have to do hardcore. We
Right.
can do whatever level of comfort you're fun with. If you want to do some funny shit, let's do it.
Yeah, I saw you collab with, was it Tony?
Yeah, Two-Tone Tony. Yeah, I went and visited him at the Bayou. Yeah, that was fun.
funny.
Yeah,
I saw that.
He's a funny guy. His whole family is super great and really, really super supportive, and that's really awesome to see.
That's dope. Yeah.
And early on, didn't you say Rachel Starr helped you out? That's a throwback.
Yeah, so Rachel Starr was like my mentor when I got into the industry, and I don't know if they still do that, but like it was really nice that she she took me under her wing. She taught me about the business, and that right there alone, like when you're taught the business aspect of it and treat it like a business, I think that's where you're going to gain your success because you respect it, you treat it, you're showing up, your attitude's great. You stick to your rates. You stick to your boundaries. She told me it's absolutely okay to say no. She was great.
1000%.
And I think for the younger ladies getting into the industry, find someone that you connect with and ask them, do you mind mentoring me? But be serious about it. I'm not like, don't be an asshole about it. Be serious. Like, I want to make this successful.
She has before. No, 1000%. We trade information. Like, I'm not gatekeeping nothing because I want to see everybody successful at the end of the day. Like, it's cool to see girls blow up. Like, I've seen girls come straight into the industry. I remember one time I talked this one girl into, I was like, hey, like, you might enjoy it. Like, check it out. Try it out. And she ended up killing it. Like, fucking killing it. Like, front cover, Penthouse. I was like, wow.
Damn,
Within
that's awesome.
that, I was like, yo. And she was a Mormon. She came. She was a Mormon.
That's like a unique niche.
She was a Mormon. She literally cold turkey, straight out of her religion, wanted to change her life up, came in, did it, killed it. Now she's a mainstream actor. I was like, wow.
And I saw you on Playboy and I saw you on AVN recently. That's cool too.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch, congratulations. Oh my God, I seen that.
Really
I was like, what? Okay.
I was like, yeah, when I got contacted by Dan Miller, which is a writer for AVN and stuff like that, and he wanted to sit down and have a conversation with me. I felt so honored.
Oh.
And I've been talking about this, and I always get teary-eyed because it's been 13 years I've been in the industry. So it's so cool to see how far I've come because, like, where I was 13 years ago to compare to now, it's like two different people. Yeah. So I get all teary-eyed.
It's so deserving.
And
though,
who are your friends?
Who
are your friends in the industry? Like both you guys.
Friends? Oh, okay. Huge shout out to Richelle Ryan.
Oh,
like,
love her.
She has been my mentor for feature dancing. I did my first feature here in New York City at 60th, and then I did Times Square.
Nice.
And she's the one who was like, do this and have posters and just telling me about it and how everything would go and telling me about the management and stuff like that. And honestly, huge shout out to her, huge appreciation to her, Alexis, and there's so many other ladies too I can name off, but there's so many people in the industry that I appreciate. So they've mentored me, and it's vice versa too. If I know something, I'll be like, hey, like, try this out. It might work for you. It worked for me.
Gotcha.
So
yeah. Do you say we have a tissue? Sorry, I got lotion in my eyes now.
I'm it's
blinding
lotion.
over here.
It's lotion. Yeah, right.
Speaking
yeah,
of lotion,
right.
are the cream pie scenes real or do they use
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't do them.
Sorry, I can't see
I stopped doing
Shout
them.
out to Dave, the producer.
Gotcha.
WTF.
And then someone DM'd me this. I thought it was interesting. They pretty much asked, like, do you guys call each other by your entertainment names or regular names? Because, like, actors don't call each other by their movie names. But
I think it depends on who I'm hanging out with and where. If I'm out in public, then call me by my work name because I never know who I'm around.
Gotcha.
Public,
you know, and
yeah.
being out here in New York, I got recognized a lot. So it's like, yeah, just call me Alexis went out. But in my private home, like, you come over. I don't care what name you call me. I go to answer to both. Sorry, I'm like wiping my face.
No, we're
right
making
now.
you cry.
That's fine. You got to a somber moment.
Yeah, right.
And then the lotion
Important
came in my eyes.
emotional
you had a tweet about a boyfriend application. Is that real? And what are the qualifications you're looking for?
Who, me or her?
Oh, you probably did too. But
I did, actually.
My friend said your tweets are wild. So keep up the good work.
I've
He likes
been
your tweets.
slower on Twitter, but people love my Twitter.
It's X now.
I get,
Yeah.
X. Actually, it's Twitter X.
Yeah.
Because
Shout out
he's putting
Elon.
the bird in the logo.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
He's
he is?
changing the logo. Yeah,
So
I
funny.
follow him. I watch his Twitter. I shout out to Elon. I fuck with him. Elon. I said Elon, bro.
It's all good.
I'm high, bro. I'm high.
Oh man.
Do you remember ever recognize him interviewing Lou probably like 5 or 6 years ago?
No, I did.
A
Probably
long
not
time
that
ago.
right.
Like,
Probably had
long
glasses
time
on,
ago,
too.
Yeah.
I remember
At
that video.
New Jersey,
That was before I knew him.
Exotica.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met him too. He came and interviewed me. Both of you
It might
guys
have been my
came.
first year though when she did it way back.
He did it for a
Yeah.
few years
She
before.
laughed at me. I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, you were just like you asked like a real question, like just
I was
a
like, "Oh, do
I thi-
pickup lines work?" You're like, "Ah," and you laughed. You're like, "Don't."
yeah, you
use
said you
them.
hate them.
That's hilarious. That's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
You. And then it was like
That's funny.
and then you asked most important part of a relationship, and you were just like communication.
Communication.
Those are
Communication,
the big ones.
comprehension. You got to have both, man. Absolutely.
For sure, communication.
fine.
And speaking of comedy, I feel like the scenes where you're stuck in the furniture, like when you're on set, that has to be comedy. Like where you're like pretending to be stuck in the furniture, and clearly you can see you're not stuck.
Oh, I have so much fun with it. Like, I'm just going to play it out. One of my most popular scenes, and it's the one that I'm in a yellow dress and I'm under, and the people in your fan base is going to recognize this. You're like, yes, that's my favorite. And you can clearly, it's a clear table. You can clearly see I can get out. I think there's a male actor, and of course he's the stepson, and I'm like, I am stuck. Like, it's just ridiculous. There's one where my hand's down like the garbage disposal. Like, of course it didn't turn on, but like, I
That's
just
funny.
can't
Do
get
you
it out.
there are writers who come up with those scene ideas, or like you guys come up with them?
Actually both.
Both?
A lot of times, the scripts are by writers and
Right.
stuff like that get sent to you. But, a lot of companies, if you have a good idea and you want to submit it, you just submit it to
Who's gonna have a better
I've had a
idea
few
than the
things
talent?
actually produced. I did Unbound, which was a DP, which is Digital Playground. And I did The Voyeur Next Door. I came up with those ideas. It was one was a 4-part series. The other one's a 3-part series. So I do everything, like as far as I'll outline the character, what I want them to wear, who I think would play that character best.
Right.
And then a second person because
creative.
that person's not
Yeah,
available.
really. So I'm
Like
sure
the-
some girls just want to show up and just do it and then leave.
Yeah. And some
Yeah.
people don't like the acting part, so why am I going to put that person there?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, let's respect that.
Yeah.
Some people just like to do gonzo, which is fun. I like the whole gamut of stuff because I like the variety.
Yeah. People love the reality, like you're talking about. I think you were talking to Alexis Texas about it. I think you guys were in like what's it called, like the Fuck Team 5 or whatever.
That was
where
way
you,
back
like,
in the
you
day,
like show up to
dude.
colleges. Is that how does that work? Were those actually like real like people?
Yeah,
like,
those
real
are all like
college
extra,
kids?
like actors. And
So,
Were
shit.
those
yeah,
like
so-
real, actually not porn star people? Because
They
they
were
look like
not at all porn star
That's
people.
wild. No, 'cause
they're all-
Jesus,
some
man, I
of
can
them
tell
are
you
ugly.
some
I know, that's what I'm
stories.
saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I swear to God,
They
some
were
of these
probably
people have never
terrible.
had sex before too. Like
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you sure you want to be here? You know what you're doing?" Yeah, those are all extras. So
So is that
they'll
the-
put an ad out, like the Craigslist ad, right?
That's the
Okay.
realest thing to fucking a fan in a sense, right?
Yeah, that was the closest thing. That
Are
they're
those
gonna
things
come
still
to.
around? Like, are there still Craigslist ads out there for that stuff?
I don't know
That'd
if
be
people are
wild.
using
Yeah?
Craigslist
They're-
anymore.
Now it's probably just like Instagram and freaking
definitely.
Facebook.
No, because I did a scene for Bang Bros, the reverse porn bus, and they
Oh, yeah,
had
yeah.
2 regular guys. Well, they're supposed to have 3 regular guys, but one ended up being porn star because they couldn't get the 3rd guy in. So 2 of them I shot with, and one like nutted like that, and then the other one like couldn't get hard.
Yeah, I've been on some
I would've been
scenes. You're
both.
just like, you didn't even. You're like, is that dick even fully
was
erect? And all of a sudden it
nervous.
comes.
Yeah, they
and
get
it's like, whoa.
nervous.
Yeah, they get really.
They get
Actually, the new
nervous.
guys get really super
Yeah.
nervous.
And I saw you at your party. Thanks for the invite. No, I'm kidding. But at your birthday party,
That's great.
you were just randomly sucking some guy's penis, like in the middle of the party. It was the wildest shit I've seen.
Jesus.
Yes. Why did I not see
Yeah.
I should have fucking went.
I wouldn't be able to
It
get
was,
it.
you know, the funny
I
thing
knew
is
I shouldn't have missed the party.
I told people get tested. I said, come out, get tested. Like, if you want to shoot, it's free game. You can fuck wherever you want to.
Yeah, but were you like asking for
That
test
is
results
excellent.
mid-party, and then you're like, all right, I'll do it?
No, I was like, I want to suck a dick on stage in front of people. And then this
And he said
guy
he
who
was
was my
tested.
sponsor actually at the party was like, me.
Poor
And it's
Dave.
funny that I said that because when he first came in the door, he showed us test results. I was like, damn, you're prepared, huh? He's not
Oh,
in
wow.
porn.
Oh,
He's not a porn star.
He's a
He's a civilian?
He has a podcast too. Shout out to Out East Podcast in Orlando, Florida, and Papa Snacks and Teddy Tarantino because they are all my sponsors for the party, and Riley Down the Rabbit Hole and Poppy's Kitchen. Just want to say that out there. But no, they were one of my sponsors, and I was like on the cake or whatever. Everything's in the moment. I just blow out the candles, and Riley goes, she was drunk as hell. I'm like, oh man, she just set me up for it. Because if it happened, it happened. I wasn't like, yeah, let me suck some dick. No, Riley was like, all right, who want to see her suck a dick? And I'm like, oh man, I gotta do it now.
That came up on my Twitter feed.
Awesome.
That's the party where that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Alexis, did you accidentally text your dentist about bleaching your asshole?
Yes.
How does that happen?
Okay, so my best friend, Webmaster Joe, he's like my big brother. He's like my business partner and everything like that.
I think he reposted me before. He's cool.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
he helps me out a lot. And I forget what we were just joking back and forth, and I was getting my teeth bleached or cleaned and whitened or whatever like that. And I was just being a smart ass. And I thought I was texting him back because, of course, my dentist office was also texting me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, and I'm also going to get my asshole bleached. And it went to my dentist.
They reply?
And I was waiting
my
for his
God.
smart ass reply. And I'm like, why hasn't he replied yet?
All right.
And so I looked and they were laughing. So I had to go in there. Yeah, it was good.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But I have a good dentist.
That's fucking hilarious.
So they all know what I do. And they're all like,
You know, the funny thing is being in like the industry world or sex industry, I've actually fucked both of my dentists.
Jesus.
nice.
Wild.
Hope they're not married.
Did you once do a 24-hour masturbation marathon?
Yeah, I did.
How
It
does
was
that even
Oh
happen?
my God, dude. I can't use vibrators anymore. It just fucking hurts. Like,
Jesus.
whew, I had to put like frozen peas on the crotch after. It was just
What?
too much.
Rough game.
Oh, wow.
It was. I was like, ow, this really hurts.
Really?
Yeah, I won. Yeah.
Wow.
competitive.
No, she is. She's athletic as fuck. This
Yeah.
bitch got a body. Yada,
Speaking of
yada.
the bleaching asshole thing, what's the most...
I did go through with it. It was just a joke.
Oh,
but-
okay. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on set?
Oof.
Or offset?
Go ahead.
I already know. We already know
for a
Kiki's.
second, 'cause
Yeah,
I've had
I
quite a
remember
few.
yours.
Yours is
Wait,
a
what was
giant
mine?
clip on our show.
You shit yourself or something.
You shit yourself on or something. You had a
Oh
butt
yeah,
plug issue.
it was
It was a butt plug
scene
issue.
that I had because I've been shooting mad. I did Tushy and I did Perf City like back to back, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
kind of
that's
I got it was tough. 2 anal scenes like back to back. Like that's not easy.
I would assume not.
That is not
Back-to-back
easy. I ended up getting sick from it because I was overworking myself because I was shooting every single day.
That's hard. When you do anal scenes back to back.
And I was flying too. So yeah, so I went back to Florida and I was booked again. I'm like, I'm gonna just work
To be
because
the
you
next
never know
person in
when
that
the
plane
scenes are gonna
seat.
slow down.
Jeez.
So
Yeah, I
yeah.
probably have a similar story. I think like probably any like shitting story is probably the most embarrassing. But mine wasn't even an anal scene; it was a squirting scene. So like as you overly hydrate, everything gets a little loose in the goose. And so
I'm familiar.
when people are doing different things to you and you're getting fucked, and so it can just happen. Things will just happen.
Interesting.
But the people that I were working with, they're like, I kind of got lucky because those people weren't the people to be grossed out by anything. So they were just like,
They're used to it. yeah.
okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
the people that I've worked with were like whatever, like
Yeah,
it
didn't even
happens.
phase.
Yeah,
I
it
was
didn't
I
faze
was like
them.
mortified. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened. But no, that was, yeah.
And what's your take on the Adam 22 Lena the plug situation, like the scene thing?
Oh,
I think that's a personal decision between
Yeah.
them, and I think it's a business decision. It's not like she went out and met Jason Love on the whim and didn't tell Adam about it. I think they sat down and had a conversation, all three of them.
Do you
for
think
sure.
it's?
I mean, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's a total assumption, and I don't want to
Yeah.
put like words or anything
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
yeah.
But I think like it's their business.
it's their business.
Yeah,
Do you think it's, like,
I mean,
strategic
you got two
on his
adults
sides?
making their own decisions about their own relationship and their own businesses, and I'm sure they banked.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do you think it's strategic marketing, like on his side of things? Like,
Could be.
yeah,
You
For
know, why
sure.
not?
he's
I
like
mean,
over. It feels like he's overdoing it though, don't you? He comments on like everyone's thing. He's like, yeah, and I'm a cuck and this and that. Like he's going along with the program.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really look at any
I feel
of
like
that,
every
but-
comment
Well,
they
in-
make like
In the hip hop world,
20K.
they keep reposting it.
Oh, really?
Like all the blogs and stuff, like every little thing if someone talks about
wow.
it, and then he'll be like in the comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think he's like eating it up and, like you said, making money off
For
of it.
sure.
I mean, like if it's a business move and you're gonna bank off of it,
I
you
would
know.
do the same thing too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, babe.
And there's
I
also
gotta
a
do
lot
it.
of women out there that will hold off doing boy girl before, you know, because they know they can do a bigger payday if they hold that off. In a
Yeah.
sense, like, oh, I just did girl for so long.
Do you still actively shoot a lot, or is it mostly like OnlyFans?
I'm contracted with browsers at this moment, and so they have a set amount of shoots I do, and you know, appearances and whatever else they want me to do. It's been really great.
Oh, nice. Because I feel like you're like more. Are you like interested in like making film, TV, or like
all of it? Yeah,
I feel like you're like a director. Do you direct? I feel like you're like into like directing or like creating content other than just.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's why I've been working with a lot of the other like more safe for work content creators and learning a lot of different things from them about bringing that type of brand to my name. Absolutely. Like everything I've done has been like a step to get somewhere else and a step to get like, I just want to constantly be evolving. You know, I don't want to just stay in one place. I think why not? And I love the idea of directing and putting a whole like production together.
Nice.
It's a lot of stress, but I think it's so fun.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. It's just like, you know what, I think it's an absolute thrill to like, you know, be in my shower washing my hair and all of a sudden the movie plays in my brain and I'm like, I gotta fucking write this shit down.
Right.
Yeah.
So I start recording, doing the voice to text, and then I'll go through it, and then I'll start breaking it apart and dissecting it, and how I'll even have like background music that I'll play in my head to like pick out like, you know.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's fucking dope.
I don't know. I smoke a lot of weed. So.
Does weed help with your creative process? Because I smoke weed and I try to write a joke and I can't come up with shit.
You know, honestly, I think that I spend a lot. Like, okay, first of all, I don't watch TV or anything like that. That's my first issue. And I spend a lot of time alone, and I like that because it gives me time to really rejuvenate to get the creative processes flowing. And I'll, you know, take mushrooms and weed and smoke some weed, but it's not like, oh, I got to sit down and create. Let me take this. It's more like I just feel like doing it, and then eventually, you know, I spent so much time alone that it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to sit down and come up with this.
Right.
Have you ever did ayahuasca?
Oh, I've done a lot of ayahuasca.
What is that?
Are you serious?
Aaron Rodgers over here.
Yeah,
I've heard either awful experience or an incredible experience.
What is that?
I've done ayahuasca probably well over 100 and some times. I went through it for a couple years where I was literally drinking it almost every week. Like I did a lot of work.
Does it help?
Yeah, I really do. I think it really helped me a lot. I really feel like, you know, you have downloads of information that happens even years afterwards. It's like, why am I, how am I having these thoughts? Like sometimes it's like, well, it's pretty cool.
Would you?
It's life changing. Huh. At least for me, it was. I mean, I can only talk for me.
Several times was under advisement, right?
All of them was under, with a facilitator or with an actual shaman in Peru.
Like a getaway?
Like I would go to
house?
Peru.
Oh,
I had a facilitator in Miami that did really private ceremonies. So I prefer that because I'm just a very empathetic person. So I feel, see, like everything. So for me to do in a smaller group, I'm not gathering all the energy from like 15 people in a ceremony.
Right.
I might be only feeling it from maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I prefer. I'll pay extra money for something like that. But I've also gone down to Peru a lot, and I would go down there and spend, you know, a month in Peru and spend like, you know, 2 weeks in the jungle, living off the land, being completely disconnected from the society.
Damn.
Not even like toothpaste, no, because you don't bring that into the jungle.
That's crazy.
Learning from the shamans on a special diet, drinking ayahuasca almost every single day, and just doing the work.
Can you masturbate during that?
Huh?
Can you masturbate during that or no?
I don't think you feel like it. I don't think it's like, yeah, when you come back from a ceremony, for me, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. No,
you know,
like,
I sit there and I'm still
person,
calming my person down, like, and try, you know, and then sit and journal some of that out so I don't lose it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're writing by candlelight. So it's quite an experience. Damn. And I do like if that's your, you know, if that's something you want to experience, go authentically.
Yeah, you seem very adventurous. Like you would do literally anything.
Yeah.
Like you would go like cage diving with sharks and shit.
I actually went swimming with sharks twice. Wild. Yeah. And
give me one. I'll get another one. In
Cabo?
Cabo?
Yeah.
Really?
If you ever want to go, I'll totally hook you up.
That's crazy.
I'm down.
I got it.
Yeah, you swim with silky sharks, or at least with the 2 times I have, I swam with silkies, and they give you really good instruction. I mean, first of all, don't splash around and look like a fucking fish.
Right.
If you look like prey, you're going to attract them. Don't be aggressive or anything, but they'll show you how to float and kind of be with them. And I've touched them as they've gone by, and yeah, it's really thrilling. They're such a beautiful creature, and that's been here forever. So why not swim with them?
Yeah, for sure. Is there? That's what I'm saying. Is there like anything that you would not try once, basically, other than like maybe like? Actually, I can't think of anything.
2 penises
I don't
in a
know.
hole.
I mean, yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'm not doing 3 dicks in my ass. I'll tell you that. Put my fist in somebody else's.
You've been skydiving, I imagine.
I've done skydiving.
Bungee jumping?
Skydiving was I find like some of these things are very calming for me. It's like really weird. Like I thought I'd be really super nervous when I went skydiving, and it was like literally the free fall was my favorite because it was just so quiet and just peaceful on the way down, and then all of a sudden like you float. Right. I just thought that was really amazing. But yeah, I'm also really into like, if I have like a little bit of a fear of something, I try to take little steps to kind of break that and be like, it's not so fearful. Like the tattoos, I used to be scared of needles. Now I'm like, I want more tattoos. Yeah. Like this is fun. So scuba diving, I don't like things around my face, and also I look at the ocean as being this mass life, right? It takes life, it can give life, it's huge. And for me to do scuba diving was me breaking through those barriers of, having things close to my face, breathing underwater, controlling yourself, being super present in the moment. Because anytime you're not, you're going to fuck up.
Sure.
I got a lot of like sex questions that the fans love to hear and like ask me to ask. So I got to hammer some off, even though we're having good conversations like this, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
It's hard to transition though. It's like, because since you're labeled like a MILF in the porn industry, some questions like, how would someone approach a MILF? Like, how to pick up a MILF at a bar, per se?
Oh my God.
How to pick a MILF at the bar.
I had a guy. I was at the airport picking up my friend, and I had a fucking guy. I would like literally, how like when you pull up to the airport to pick somebody up, they like shoo you away unless somebody's actively getting in the car.
Yeah.
I like pulled off towards the end. I was just sitting there. I was probably there for like 4 or 5 minutes, and this guy, he worked there, came up to me, and I thought he was gonna be like, hey, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing because people of the traffic. Nah, homie handed me a piece of paper with his phone number on it. He was like, I didn't come up. Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. I wrote down my window. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm moving. He's like, nah. He was like, actually, you can stay right here. I was like, he was like, I came over here for a personal reason. I was like, oh, okay. Like, what is that?
Give that number for the next
one.
Hey, I'm picking somebody up.
Can I stay here again?
Picking somebody up. You working today? Pick somebody up at the bar. Wow. Yeah, I think people are intimidated by me, so I don't get approached that very often. But
I can see that.
You're like an older woman, like a MILF.
Yeah, like have your shit together, communicate, articulate, make us laugh. I have a thing for funny guys.
I like when people, they see me out and they come and they say hey, even when they're like intimidated.
Yeah,
like just come say hi.
Just come say
Don't
hi.
stare
You
at
don't
me.
hook up with fans, right?
No.
That's the thing I think people make a mistake about. They're like too much of a fan. Maybe it's not attractive.
Yeah, I don't find that
Right?
and also
yeah.
I like the separation. I like try to get I might try to be my fans' reality. I like being their fantasy. I like that. Like I like being your fantasy. I'm not trying to make you my reality.
Not saying to name names, but say if you were with a celebrity, I feel like he might like you because of your adult work though.
Yeah.
But he's technically a fan of your work, but I guess since he's
I mean, like, you'd be a fan of my work. Like, I'm definitely not ashamed of it or anything. Like, but like, oh, hey, man, can you do reverse cowgirl? I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking camera in here. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Are you more of a pillow princess, like off the camera, like where you just want to get pleased and stuff like that? Or are you like pleasuring people too?
It all depends. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I like that, pull and tug of this, like, power struggle, I guess it would be. And that's going to make me a little bit more active. And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, you fucking please me. It feels good.
I cannot.
Is there like a right DM to send someone you're interested in? Like, say if you were interested in a girl, what would you DM them? What do you think would work? I know you probably get a lot of DMs.
Don't. I can tell you what not to do. Don't like DM me. Hi.
Yeah, facts.
You bitch. I hate you. Why haven't you answered me yet?
That might just be a dumb person. That's insane.
Like, cuss you out.
It's insane what we get sometimes.
I can't even imagine.
Be polite. Like, just you know, like if you come across intelligent, fun, and polite, and not over like in a cheesy, you know, way, I think that's a good way to approach anybody.
No pickup lines, right? Still.
Yeah,
No.
I can't find a pickup line that I would like.
I don't know. I've had some good ones though.
Have you?
Yeah,
They
I've had
just-
some
they
good
just
ones.
look
where I'm like,
unready.
Yeah, I mean, if I
fun.
giggle at it, maybe.
Yeah, if it's funny, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
okay, that was cute.
I
but-
had one where somebody lost their dog in my DM or some shit. Like,
Oh, this is my dog
funny.
emoji.
Funny.
Funny.
And what are you guys attracted to in guys?
Well, she just said funny, which is I'm sorry,
She
but
gets
that
so
is
angry,
the
Tom.
one and only answer that any girl has ever given, and for the most part, that's the number one answer. And I'm just like, yeah, but like you could be funny, but also be a moron or something that's gonna screw
Right.
it up.
I
Like,
mean, there's a lot of things that have to back it up. Like that's
Yeah.
not the only quality that I'm
exactly.
gonna look for.
But that's
like,
but that was the one that it's like, say you have multiple qualities and one of them's funny. The funny's gonna stand out more than the other stuff, like than the sexiness or making a lot of money.
Yeah, who's
or
the judge
whatever.
of funny, right?
That's why you
Yeah,
gotta
well,
have,
the girl, whoever is receiving it is. I mean, if they like
Yeah.
unfunny stuff, then
you know, that might be
it'll work.
unfunny stuff.
That's
but
why
whatever.
you gotta have multiple boyfriends because each one has a
Jesus.
different good quality.
I agree. But
Shout out to the Mormons.
no, but like, you know, there's a lot more that has to back up to that. So, you know, definitely someone that is got their shit together. Like, I want you to be busy. Like, I don't want you to be always available and up my asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be like, hey, I can't make it because I got a trip to Italy. Oh, that's fucking great. Have a great trip. Let me know when you get back.
Facts.
You know, stuff like that is attractive. You got your own thing going on, you know, and that you're just honest. And
Right.
you're a great, like, honest communicator, comprehender, and yeah, you got your shit together.
Have you
And
ever?
you got, like, come happy. I'm not trying to fucking fix anybody.
Right.
I'm not trying to babysit you. Like, I'm not about that. I like either you can run with me or you're gonna be left behind.
Right. Well,
Simple.
Back in your paralegal days, did you ever date any of the lawyers?
No, but I did fuck the
figured
head
that.
attorney's brother.
Oh my
I
god! Was that
cannot.
strategic?
I did. No, I got fucking drunk. I was like, I'm
That's funny.
sucking your dick.
Do you date normal guys now, or is it people in the industry? Or
I'm
like,
sorry?
Do you now date like normal guys?
Yeah, I love dating normal
I
guys.
like normal guys.
This is the
yeah.
thing. I like don't date in the industry. I don't like to shit where I eat.
Facts.
Mm.
I don't want any
Interesting.
fucking problems.
I
And
say
it'd
the
be
same
funny. Like some
shit.
people are like, oh, I don't want you to work with that person or this. I don't want to deal with that. I
Yeah.
work
Right.
with whoever
No.
I want to
Is there a
work
lot
with.
of industry drama, like inside the
Yes,
industry?
and plus I don't want my personal business going around. Like nobody
Yeah, I
need
like
to
to
know
keep
what
it
I got
simple.
going on.
Yeah, that's business. I keep business.
Business
you know,
is
like
business.
I'm friends with people, but I'm not interested in like creating an
Anything
intimate type of
past that,
relationship.
yeah.
I like that too.
I like normal. I like got people that have. I like individuals that have like a different interest in mind. You know, and like that way we have good conversation. You got
Variety.
stuff to talk about.
I want to
you
hear
know
about
what I
the
mean?
normal life too.
Yeah,
Like-
and I have to say that I show that in my friends.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that are in the industry, obviously, and then I have friends in all sorts of industries.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
you
you,
know,
probably
real-
have friends all. Yeah, you probably have friends at everything because you do like 40,000 different
Weed,
things.
coffee.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, and I like
Yeah.
it that way
Facts.
because then it's like I learn from each of these individuals. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what type of job or career you have. I'm going to learn something from that.
Right.
And what are your relationship rules? Like, if you were dating a guy, is he allowed to be with other women? Is it an open relationship or?
I like open, I do. I don't like to put like a lot of
hear
terms
that,
and
ladies?
stuff on.
Yeah.
I do, but that's where I'm comfortable with. Plus, I'm also going to be open with what I do for a living.
Right.
I don't plan to cut anything of that out.
Yeah.
And so I do, and I like variety. I'm not like I even said this, like what I realized about myself, like in a relationship, I don't even want to live with the other person.
I
Like, you
love
could
that.
be in the house next door. I don't give a fuck if you live across the street
I
or
like
you
That's
live in
my
another
space,
country.
too.
There was a study,
pitched
yeah.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I actually enjoy.
houses
I think
next
that's
door and
great.
stuff.
I'm just like I love my alone time, and
Facts.
so if I have to feel that I have to see, no matter how much I love you, if I have to see you every fucking day, I'm gonna get annoyed with you.
Yeah.
Do you date women too?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's cool.
Interesting.
I love that. Honestly, I feel her on that. I've always been like, I do. Somebody asked me this question yesterday because I did a Q&A on my Instagram. But
Nice.
somebody was like, "Do you believe in marriage?" And I was like, honestly, yeah, I do. I do believe in like being with somebody long term for the rest of my life. Picket fence, kids, dog, blah blah blah. I believe in all that, but I don't believe in monogamy. I feel like we were created to fornicate with one another. Like we're supposed to have sex. We're meant to fucking what was it?
Reproduce.
Yeah, reproduce. Yeah.
I got a pleasure spot, so I'm gonna utilize it.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's fun. Shit.
Yeah, I like the variety, and I also like kind of touching upon what you said earlier. I like the variety because I do find different things in each individual that I like to date, play with, whatever you want to say, that's like different from one another.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is my person that I like do this with.
Yeah.
This is my person that I like to do that with.
Yeah.
But that works for me. But I'm also incredibly honest about it.
Mm.
And I think you have to be. And
Yeah,
I think
you
what
do.
we're missing in a lot of relationships, like, you know, like I'd rather have honesty than someone's going to be super loyal and blow smoke up my ass.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
What's
Yeah.
the youngest guy you've ever dated? Or girl?
I would say in their 20s, maybe like 22.
So
Nice.
young.
That's young, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
I
young.
think 22. But
Casually, it's
But
casual.
I was like more, it was real casual. I was like
Yeah.
probably, you know, a little younger than I am now. But yeah, I don't really have like, I get asked that question a lot. And I don't really have a set like, oh, I only date 20-year-olds or 30 or 40-year-olds.
It's
It's
just
like,
if you vibe with
it's kind of
person.
like we vibe.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
you know, I don't have like an ideal look or this, that, and the
it never
other.
that never works out anyway.
No.
Even if you're like, even if the guy's older or the girl's older,
Yeah.
it's always gonna be, you know, if it
I-
evens
It's
out.
like, do we
Get well.
vibe? Are we having
Yeah.
a good time?
personality. I'm huge on personality.
Over
Like if our
looks?
yeah,
Yeah, more
honestly,
so.
yeah. I think I'd rather have somebody who's maybe semi-attractive or whatever, great personality, and then you got this fucking douchebag who's got fucking abs or whatever, or whoever the like type is you find attractive, but they have a nasty personality.
Yeah.
What
if your
about
attitude
penis
sucks,
size?
I don't want anything to
Huh?
do with
What
it.
about penis size though? Is that important when dating?
Yeah,
You
if
know
it's
what?
too small,
I've
if it's
dated
too
both.
big.
What? Would
I've
you-
dated both. I've dated guys like with big dicks, and then I've dated guys with like really small dicks. But I got along
Small's
with them
probably like 7 inches.
because
Yeah,
no,
no. What is small?
Yeah, I'm a little warped on like what's
What-
small anymore.
So you wouldn't date someone with a small penis, or would
You
it-
know, I was mentally satisfied.
but not
That's
physically?
good.
I mean, all it takes is fingers to make me nut.
Yeah.
They say you have to be good at eating.
What does that
pussy,
mouth
right?
do?
Yeah.
Like shit.
You just lay there and let me treat you like
So penis, so penis size
a
matters.
swipe it back and forth a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I like to feel it. But it doesn't have to be like fucking
fair.
throwing down a forearm in me every night. That'd be a little tough. But
Oh fuck no.
but like, you know, like when you date normal people, you date normal penises too. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's all that. But if you're like,
What if they got that COVID dick? They shrunk after COVID.
Is that what happened?
I think that's happening.
Allegedly.
Shrinkage treatment.
What?
Not
A
with
little
me.
shrinkage?
No, oh my
Jesus.
god.
I think I lost like an inch. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
hilarious. Actually,
I got like a nipple dick in my phone right now. You want
Nipple dick. What?
Yeah, you want to see how small it is?
What?
Someone sent you a nipple dick?
I wanna
I don't
see.
want to see this.
I do.
Wait, it's a micro penis?
Who sent
I'll
it?
take a look.
Yeah, you gotta check this out.
Someone just sent you a
Yeah, he likes me to talk about it.
Wow.
Oh, it's like
What?
your friend?
No,
Or it's like it was like a cold DM.
like a fan.
Yeah, he
Jeez.
sticks his
Crazy.
finger in it. Check that out.
He sticks his
What?
finger in it. No, that's an innie. That's an
Wait,
innie.
I saw a belly button.
No.
How
That-
can a
I
guy?
recommend manscaping.
What the fuck?
Shout out
Manscaped's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
manscaping is I like a lot
Shout
better
out
than
Manscaped.
fully bald.
Shout out Manscaped, sponsor us.
Yeah, you should. That'd be good. Yeah, good
Yeah.
sponsor.
I mean, I got crazy body
Yeah.
hair over
Oh,
here.
no,
Look
the
at
average
it.
Oh, that's a
Thank
How
fucking.
can
you.
a guy with an average size non-porn penis, because the average in porn is like 12 inches. How can a guy with an average
I've seen
penis?
some small pieces in scenes.
How can a guy with an
Yeah, not
average
everybody
size
has a
penis
booty.
handle a big booty?
What?
You can't.
How
Yeah, you
can a guy
can't.
with an
You
average
ain't
size
reaching
penis
that
handle a big
shit.
booty?
BBLs, bro, they need that big dick, big dick energy because you're not reaching. What are you gonna do with the butt cheeks? Like,
Some big booties out there.
yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. I would be like, how am I gonna go in? Yeah.
Do you
That's wild.
have you ever done online dating? I know it's a dumb question, but
I tried
It's
it.
annoying.
I don't like
I
it.
did try it, and I just had a miserable date. And I even picked like an older gentleman. I was like, okay, he's not gonna recognize me, maybe, and and
No, I definitely didn't.
like be treated. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing, and I went on this fucking date, which lasted way too long. I mean, it got to the point I was like, yeah, can you just
stop
fucking
talking.
take me back? Like,
You know-
I was like, I'm done here. And he's
Was this
like-
recently?
And he's like, oh yeah. And he was like, oh, what are you gonna be doing? No, this was years ago.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, what are you gonna do? I was like, I got some steaks to make or something. He was like, oh, do you want me to come over? I was like, no, I don't.
That's funny.
I
got a red flag here.
I got a flag from her. Not
I got a
no
flag
colored
too.
flag, but I'm saying I could just tell she's just going to tell you what's good.
Yeah.
Like it's either fuck off or you know
I got,
or I like
a red
you or
flag.
she'll
I got
just
a red
tell
flag.
you.
I'm
If
just
you're
very
There's no games.
no,
a red flag here.
Yeah.
If you're
There's
going,
not.
if you're
I
going
don't
on,
play those shit.
Yeah.
if you're going on online dating with someone like 20 to 40 range and they act like
It's a
they know
big
who
range.
you are, that's a lie.
Yeah,
They've had
yeah.
to see you, like in the MILF game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This
Like-
guy was over 40.
There's probably
Okay,
people
man.
that don't watch porn. That
I mean,
might not
I think
know.
it was
come
in his.
on.
I think it
That's
was in
a
his
red
later
flag.
50s, to be honest. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he like recognized. I don't know. It was just really just. It was just like weird.
Hold
I was
on,
like,
so that
I
was
don't
the
want
first
to
date, and he wanted to hang out with you like extended
like
time.
a long time.
I mean, hell, if she told me she was
no.
making steaks, I'd try to
He was
get the
trying to
invite
get
as well.
laid.
But
I mean, she doesn't even want to sleep in the same bed or house as someone she dates, so I don't think so. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be-
I don't sleep well next to people.
Yeah.
I
That's a
don't.
common
I get
thing. People
sweaty.
share
I don't
have
want to
different
like
beds now.
someone.
yeah, you gotta have that
I'm not a
California
con-
king, or it's a no go.
Yeah, I have a California king. I sleep like a
big
fucking
bed,
starfish
too.
in that shit.
Yeah. Facts.
My going off that was basically like, if you, I don't know if you read DMs or whatever, or even if you're like at your local coffee shop or whatever, and a guy approaches you, which I'm sure if they recognize you or not recognize you, is it just like if they come up with a successful, confident approach, there's like, you'll entertain that.
Yeah, I talk to my fans all the time.
No, or if
Yeah.
it's someone who doesn't even know you, just like some random
Yeah,
person.
if it's a good conversation, I'll definitely entertain
Yeah,
it. You
for
know,
sure.
like if you're going to like be intellectual and you're going to stimulate me and my brain a little bit, and we're going to laugh and talk some stuff out, and you're interesting, then yeah, I'll definitely entertain
Exactly.
that.
Don't be like, oh yeah.
But if
hey,
you're like
shorty,
not really like,
no.
if you're just like, hey, the weather's nice, I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
I can check that on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
You seem like a regular person.
What are you?
If it-
What are your
you have
favorite
to
sexual
bring something to the
positions?
table.
Bring something to the
Sexual.
table. I
Yeah.
know what I'm bringing. So if you can't bring like the whole, dining room table too, then just stay back.
Right.
So
Interesting.
back to your question.
Favorite sexual positions?
Favorite sexual
Not reverse
positions.
cowgirl for Alexis
Um,
up there.
it depends. Like if I'm shooting porn, like hit it from the back, because I'm not trying to make love to you. I'm just like,
Yeah.
You were
Fucking.
talking about some crazy shit, like what Alexis texted about, like splitting and stuff. Like you would like stretch before porn, or you would like
Yeah, I
you
could
do like
s-
splits on
Yeah,
the penis.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's wild.
Yeah, I did all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
Pile driver.
Is there a favorite?
Yeah,
A
pile
couple
driver.
of
I like
favorite-
actually doing pile driver when I have a strap on.
Are you
Like,
serious?
I love like pulling a girl upside
Wow.
down. Or
That's like our biggest thing ever. A girl said her favorite position is pile driver, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
oh yeah.
That was a while ago,
It's like a whole like, and even like eating pussy that way is really nice. Just flip them right upside down. Everything that you want is on that plate right there, and you right
I
into
cannot.
it. Spread it open, tongue fuck it, whatever,
I love.
Do you guys do? Oh, what you're saying? I was gonna say.
I was about to say I love the lesbian inner Alexis.
What about
She's a
gangbangs?
freak.
Gangbangs and sex parties. Are you a fan of that? Do you,
No,
I'm sorry?
do you like gangbangs or sex parties?
Yeah, I love orgies.
I'm with it.
I like orgies. I like orgies that are, like where you don't have to participate or you can watch. I mean, gangbangs are great too, but I like gangbangs on scenes. I wouldn't want to just show up and get gangbanged.
You would go to like a public orgy though that you found out about.
Yeah, I have been. Yeah,
In Vegas, I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
Vegas, LA, Miami. I've gone to quite a few in a few places. I think orgies are great, especially
went
when everybody's being safe and polite
Yeah.
and respectable.
Yeah.
It's a great time, and like no one has to feel pressured
Yeah.
or anything like that. And then it's fun to have a little playtime with people.
I actually went to one before I got into porn in Philadelphia.
Probably not the
Sounds
best place
wild.
to go to one,
Sounds
but
wild.
It's not secret.
the drop off from LA and Miami.
No, but I went to one in Philly and it was 3 stories and it was
Wild.
like I was a dancer back then. I was just with a little sugar daddy and he took me. He was like, "We should go here." I'm like, "All right, shit, we can go there." And I seen what it was about and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
3
Yeah.
floors.
I went to a bunch of swinger clubs also in Miami and stuff like that. I would take boyfriends there just to see their reaction.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
I
see
love
how
it.
like, hey,
See if
we're
they
going
can
to
handle
a
it.
swinger club. Let's see what happens.
Do
A
you?
lot of times they just want to watch.
Is it easier for you to find out about those things because you're in the industry, or like will an adult star show up to there and it's a bunch of bystanders and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Bystanders.
Back in the day, I searched it. I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah?
want to go to a swinger party. I want to get in this lifestyle. I really like to look into it
Right.
and stuff like that, and hopefully hook up with some hot people.
Right?
Stop.
It's a fan question when just if I ever interviewed you, they told me to ask this. They said, "How far can you squirt?" I have a ton of squirting questions.
Oh
I wanna go-
man,
'Cause I know you're like the
I can
squirt
really,
queen. I would say, right?
I could hit that wall easily.
Can you-
If I
Can you hit
prepared
Dave?
my I can.
That's
I can-
crazy.
I have good aim too.
That's like
I'm
a
not
you're like
that
a super
talented.
soaker.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
that
tell people like
talented.
I
How
won't
did you do that? Is the PD like the secret, or it's just training?
Yeah, it's training your body into Pedialyte. And honestly, I really did it. So I when you overdo something, you can also cause harm to your body in a
Yeah.
sense. But yeah, I would drink like depending on who was directing me,
Yeah.
and I would be like, okay, do you want splash zone or do you like this more
You have different
like small,
styles?
like small or smaller?
You're like the porn Avengers of this power squirting.
Pretty much. And so like I would base how much I would hydrate, and I would always
a water
request to
park.
know the night before because I would start hydrating the night before, so I'd wake up hydrated.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have a cup of coffee, but I want to clean that out because I don't want it to smell like coffee. Don't want to look
Yeah.
like piss. It has to come out clear.
So squirts pee.
Yeah.
When you're doing across the room, that's going to come on. You're drinking 4 Pedialytes.
That's
What do you
some
think we're
distance, yeah.
doing?
It's gonna be clear.
But I'm not saying I can
they
also
request
do the
that?
natural.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing the natural, I'm usually like, I'm making a video, I'm at home, I know what to do, I have the patience and stuff like that.
Wait, so you have to prep, or you could just
you
do it
gotta
without?
prep.
when I'm doing it on my own, a naturally way, it's definitely not going across the room. It's not like,
But you could do it. You could get it to work without a bunch of prep.
with no prep,
With no
because I've
prep,
excited myself
Do they
so much. I
request
know what to do for
shoot-
myself like that.
Right.
Do they request shoot your squirt 10 feet across
No.
the room?
probably. I don't
Some
know.
directors that
I
I've worked
haven't.
for, they were really intense about like how much they really wanted to like squirt 100 times type of shit, you know?
That's,
And
like,
so that's a lot of water. And then
intense.
you run the
Yeah.
risk of actually overhydrating yourself
That's wild.
and collapsing your bladder. So I don't recommend like know what you're doing
Right.
before you
Yeah.
actually go do it, because you will end up with incontinence and stuff like that because
Yeah.
you've pushed and pulled these muscles. But yeah, I got such good control. I could be able to like, okay, I know exactly. I would tell the director, listen, I'm not going to get your camera wet. But when I lift up, either if you don't want it wet, I'll shoot off to the side, but make sure you decide where you want your camera, because I'm not trying to soak it.
When,
Right.
when you're hooking up with someone, how much is it them getting you squirting, or is it you doing the work? Because I feel like say if a guy masturbates, he probably does it best, right? When a girl's jerking him off, it's probably harder for him to come. But if he does it, he could probably do it. Is it the
Well,
same?
yeah, because you know like what you're
Yeah.
doing for
Yeah.
yourself and stuff like
I can
that. Yeah,
confirm that.
you know,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
yeah, in private time, it's like
Yeah.
it's a little bit different.
How do you
Honestly,
how do you make
though.
a girl squirt?
Find out what gets her like. First of all, really super.
Stimulation,
Yeah,
yeah.
First, like turn her on where she's going to open up.
Stimulation.
You'll feel like everything begin to swell and like the juice is starting to
Really?
flow, and then you just start like coaxing it right out.
I've definitely squirted.
What
like-
turns you guys on?
Oh, what? Oh,
There's a lot.
yeah.
A lot.
Not feet. No, I'm just kidding.
Women, big ass titties in my face. Fat
Yeah.
ass.
Really?
Yes,
Women-
I love. Oh my god, women! Like I don't need a vibrator for women at
Women
all.
are gorgeous. That's
I
like, and I love
can-
working with women.
Yeah, I can come so hard from fucking a girl. I don't know what it is. I worked with this girl Mila, and oh my
Kunis?
god, no Mila. Fuck, I can't remember her last name right now. I'm so bad with names, but she, I don't know. We shot together, and I was just like, I'm coming. Like, there's no stopping it.
Yeah, it's like a whole different thing. Like I really love working with women because then we slow it down and we get to be a little bit more sensual. And women like to be touched.
yeah.
Yeah.
They want you to kiss them. They want you to like touch their neck. They want you to like worship their parts of their
Yeah.
body that, you know, even the parts that they may be insecure about. Like make love to that.
Do you think kissing's more intimate than sex?
For sure.
I love, yeah.
It's you're
when
in somebody's
Like
face.
on set, you don't see a lot of kissing.
I
you know?
do in my films
In your
because
film?
I'm trying to produce that product.
Okay.
You know, if it's that type
And
of
it's
product.
more realistic, I would say. Right?
Yeah, if the idea of that product that we're producing is to produce like this connection with this other person,
Yeah.
Right.
then I'm like, you know, plus we also have boundary checklists.
Yeah,
Some people
okay.
aren't in it. Maybe that's their relationship
Yeah.
deal. Maybe like, hey, you
Yeah.
can't kiss your.
Okay.
That's
you know,
probably
I
kind of
don't
common.
like to.
You
Have
know,
you ever-
that's,
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I mean, it could be.
Have
know,
you ever
everybody
fell
has their
for
thing.
anyone on set? Have you ever fell in love with?
Oh
like,
no,
Mm-mm.
not
You
at
just
all.
turn that off. Like,
Damn.
It is strictly like I go in there, I have a job to do. I'm not there to fall in love.
Fuck
Not
you.
even in your
You're-
early days.
None.
Never.
Damn.
Never.
I don't know if you see the
Never.
comments, but people like I don't know. They say like you're like an alpha female, like dominating in the scenes.
I am.
Like
She's like, yeah.
yeah, you're into that, right?
I'm like,
It's
yeah.
true, right? But like you have
She's
like,
in the damn
both
service,
of you
for God's
guys
sake.
like
Give her some respect.
it's like you guys have very like passionate like type scenes. It looks like you know,
Yeah.
and to have no emotion after that is that tough?
You know.
It's yeah. That's we're actors at the end of the day.
It's
Great acting.
exactly. You're acting.
Great acting.
You know,
Yeah, better
like
than
so
that
my
freaking Barbie
so my
movie.
job is to produce that. My
Yeah.
job is for the viewer to be like, yeah, she's really the fuck into him.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it was so funny. Like, oh my god, you and Tyler Nixon are so good together. Do you guys do this? Do you guys do that? And like you have all the like favorite people to like request, or I get a lot of Keiran Lee a lot and
Yeah.
stuff like
So
that.
he's cool. Yeah.
So and if you're working with like, that's why I love working with like really seasoned pros because they've got on the same wavelength to like, okay, let's make this a really good bang out scene.
Right.
You know, like we're at the end of the day, we're all getting paid on set. No one's showing up saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this for free." Like, no, everybody's getting paid on set. My colleagues getting paid. I'm getting paid. So at the end of the day, let's do our job.
And each
So-
scene counts. Just saying.
I saw you said something about how working with Angela White was like really cool.
Yeah,
What-
she's
why-
amazing.
She's like one of the top entertainers, I would say, right now, right? Like,
She's
what's,
Crazy.
so seductively hot. Like it's just like everything that comes out of her mouth, like she does.
It's the
Oh my
accent.
god!
Yeah, it's a little
Titties.
Australian. Margot
Savannah
Robbie
Bond's
too,
like
and
that
she's from
too.
Australia.
Yeah, it's just like
But-
Savannah
it's
Bond
so
has the-
fun.
Yeah,
She's
she has
Australian?
an accent
Yeah.
too, and
She
she's
from Australia?
so
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah, it was really easy to come with her.
She's so
It's
sexy.
easy.
Something about with the accent. I went to Indonesia with some my friend Riley down the rabbit hole. Some of her friends, and they're from London and like
Oh, fine.
France and England or wherever, and they got that accent.
It is
I
awesome.
was like, golly, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm more attracted to Englishmen than Americans. I'm gonna be real.
Oh yeah, you're not getting that. You're not getting that attraction with
And
a
they're
Philly
so
or a Staten Island accent.
polite. They're so they treat women with manners. I'm like, oh
Right.
shit, I might find me a man over there.
Yeah,
Like
that accent will make a person
French
sound
for
really
sure.
smart.
French is unreal and,
do you,
Australian.
Do you guys
Yeah.
actually enjoy anal sex? Is it, or you just
I
do
love
it more?
it.
Do you do it off camera more or
my
on
personal
camera?
life, I love it. I like it. I actually do like it. When I'm really into somebody, I actually come harder from anal than I do.
That's
from,
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orgasms are
Prepping,
different.
the prepping seems wild.
Yeah,
I don't.
I like. Yeah, the prepping is something.
I think
else.
my personal life, I really don't prep. I just know my body.
Yeah, you know your body. Well, yeah, in personal life, I never prepped before.
Fuck no,
you
I'm
just,
not
you
like,
just took
yeah,
your
let me go
risk.
clean my asshole out
Well, we're
before
rolling
you
the dice
fuck
tonight,
me.
buddy. See what happens. Fuck it. Get the baby wipes out.
That's risky.
Get the baby wipe out, babe. We might need it later. Who knows? This wine
funny.
might be hitting.
And
Let
you
me
have-
get this enema.
But
real
facts, if you
quick.
do eat dinner, nothing's coming out for 4 hours. So you got a little time to wait in there.
Damn.
do you guys have any tips on eating the vagina, like eating pussy?
tips.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I know where the
every woman's
G
Everyone
spot.
talks about eat good vagina, but what?
No, no,
what
where
I
the
about?
think
G
every
spot is
yeah,
at.
I think every woman is also different. Some
Yeah,
women want
true.
their clit, sucked on hard. Some women want their clit sucked lightly. Some want a little clit stimulation and with fingering.
So
Talk
getting the
to
clit
your
involved is
lady.
good, though, right?
Talk to your lady. Like make her feel good and like let her be relaxed and let her confident. in who
Could that
she
backfire
is.
though?
Huh?
Could that backfire?
What?
Like, say early in a relationship, you ask her what she wants and stuff. Shouldn't you find out? Shouldn't you already know what she wants in a sense to be confident?
No,
in
how
that?
are you going to know that if you don't know her?
It's wild in the dating game
like,
out
look,
here.
people need to have conversations
If I'm like,
about
hey,
sex.
what's the best way to eat your vagina?
This is the facts. People need to have sexual conversations. What do you
Yeah.
like? Like that's the part that why do
Yeah,
you
don't
think?
do it on the first date.
I just want to know what.
When it
Dummy.
gets to that point,
Yeah.
and you feel like the intimate part is getting there, like talk to your lady, and also aren't you like going to tell her what feels good to you? You want her teeth? What if she starts taking teeth across your dick?
Yeah,
You're like,
not a
oh, okay,
fan
that's
of
okay.
that.
That might not be. Like, also, some guys are more sensitive on their head versus their
Yeah.
shaft. So they'll be like, hey, just don't touch my head. Because it gets so sensitive that they won't be able to come.
That's me
So,
with my
like-
balls.
Yeah. And some people don't even like their balls touched.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Some people don't like their
You don't
balls
like your nuts
touched.
touched?
I
Some
some
men
people
like
don't
a
like it.
finger
They're
in their
just
ass?
very sensitive. It, like
Finger in
sometimes
the
it
ass,
hurts.
not good.
Some guys like
No.
it. Like a little
some-
massage the prostate
I think
in there.
most guys like
it, they
You'll
won't
come
say.
pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give a lot.
3
trust
o'clock
me.
Reddit thoughts. I was nervous when I looked this up on Reddit. There's people who come when they get a prostate exam at their doctor's office. That's scary.
What?
Like their doctor fingers
That'd
their
be
ass
an
and accidentally
interesting
come.
job.
What? What?
It's pretty awkward for the doctor.
Yeah, that would just feel weird. Like after.
yeah, I
Ever
mean,
see
that's-
Road Trip?
I bet the
The guy
doctor
does
feels
it.
Oh,
violated.
yeah.
Administering the prostate, the girl does it and he comes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also being like, I was a massage therapist. There's just ways that, like, even if you're not trying, like, and I never crossed the line when I was a massage therapist, but you're getting the circulation moving, things are happening. Like sometimes things happen for the person, like you don't mean it.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Shout out
know?
to Deshaun Watson. Just kidding.
Do not shout him out, you sicko.
I cannot. Really? People got hard?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
There was only one time where someone was like, "Hey, can I just jack off while you massage my feet?" And I was like, buddy, I'm out of here."
Dashi
Really?
would do it.
Really? Wow.
Shout out
He was
Nicole.
like, "Oh man, come on!" I was like,
That's
"Nah,
bold.
I think I'm done here.
Do you know Nicole Doshi?
I won't get any on you." I was like, "No, I'm really done here."
Do you know
Wow.
Nicole Doshi?
What?
Do you know Nicole
She's
Doshi?
so hot.
She's cool.
Yes, yes,
be
yes,
a,
yes.
She used to be a massage therapist.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
do happy
yeah.
endings.
Yeah, we did content together, and so I got to learn a lot about her. and
Yeah.
stuff like
Aw.
that. Yeah, she's
Us
fun.
too.
She was
She's really funny.
interesting.
I cannot. No, that's dope. That's fucking dope.
Do I wouldn't know. Do certain people's semen taste different? I heard that's a thing.
Yes.
And like, how do you know how to have healthy semen?
Because
Eat right.
Yeah.
Like whatever
And
you're
water?
putting in. Just realize
Water,
whatever you put
hydrate.
into your body, whether it's in your sweat, semen, piss, shit,
good.
whatever. If you're putting shit into yourself, you're gonna smell
that
like
candy
shit.
bar at the train station wasn't a good idea.
If you're eating McDonald's every day and drinking a
Ugh.
gallon of coffee and boozing every night and have no ounce of water, your semen probably.
I
drink
like
a lot
it.
of water.
I
I
like
drink a
it
lot
to
of
have
coffee,
no
too, though.
taste. It's supposed to have no taste, not a taste.
Interesting.
Some girl told me
some
laundry
are more
detergent.
bitter than
Bitter.
others.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think
Some
that's a
girl
coffee
told me
thing.
laundry detergent.
What?
It smells like laundry, like for I don't know. Maybe
He might have been masturbating.
Now I'm
with
gonna be
lotion or
like, now the
something.
next time I get cum on my face, I'm gonna be like,
I don't think
Oh.
it smells like laundry detergent.
and I'll text you later.
And do you guys like
Hey,
getting?
guys.
Do you guys like getting
Who's
cream
this?
pied or is?
Duh.
What?
Do you like getting cream pied? Do you prefer that?
Yeah, I love anal cream pies.
Why isn't
I
every scene a
love
cream
it.
pie? Then? How come every scene's not a cream pie? People prefer the.
Well, people have boundaries. You know,
Yeah.
maybe they're
No, the
in a
people you're performing
relationship.
with?
Yeah, I
and
have a
maybe
boundary. I don't
sometimes
like it.
men that are in relationships may not want to cream pie their scene partner in case
Yeah.
something slips up and there's
Yeah.
it's not because of the fans. Like they prefer getting the cum on the tits. Or
it's
more.
first of all, at the end of the day,
It's a
it's
risk.
always going to, like, even if the script says cream pie, if the person that is working doesn't want to do it, we don't do it. We'll switch it up. We can do
Gotcha.
titties.
Yeah.
You can come anywhere else. So it's always about the respect of whomever is shooting. But yeah, if they're down for cream pies, we're doing it.
Can we stop
whatever.
fake cream
Sometimes we'll
pies?
switch
I
it. If
actually.
Huh?
Can we stop fake cream pies? 2024.
Yeah, I won't actually.
Oh my
I don't
God.
like. I really put my foot down in putting fake shit in my pussy
It's
because
so
I'm
obvious.
so sensitive that if you're gonna put some kind of weird, there's always a sugary base to it or
Yeah.
something's not right.
You get a reaction.
I'm
yeah.
going to get a reaction. I'm either going to get a fucking yeast infection from this
It
or,
loo- it
or a
looks
bacteria,
weird.
and it doesn't live. It doesn't
looks
look
weird.
right.
You're like,
You've
ah.
been
Yeah.
watching a lot of cream pie scenes.
No, but like I've seen it. I had to study and do research.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's happened. Yeah, no, it's like, of course, Cetaphil's
I don't
usually
like-
on our
I use
faces.
that on my face.
I don't
so
like that
it
shit in my
hopefully
mouth
it'll be good
either.
for the
Yeah, it
vagina.
numbs your tongue. I don't know
Nasty,
why.
nasty as fuck.
It's
I don't.
really weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I draw a boundary at cream pie scenes. Honestly, I did it like one time, and I felt like I honestly didn't get paid enough. And then the guy that I shot with pushed the boundary like even after the set. He
Oh,
was
gosh.
like helping me put my stuff in the car. And he's like, "Can I have a kiss?" I'm like, "No."
No.
Like, what are you doing?
What a
And I
freak.
made honestly, and I complained to my agency about that. I was like, listen, I'm not cool with that. Like, this is business. I'm paid. I'm leaving. I should not be asked to like don't ask me that.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
you
Yeah,
get-
That's unprofessional.
Do you get paid more for a cream pie?
you could.
Not-
you could get
not a
paid more.
lot.
You know,
For
like
anything?
you could be like, well, if you want a cream pie, I'm going to need an extra this and that because
Yeah, you could work into
know,
the contract.
Who's like the standard? Like when you think of it, like Johnny Sins, Keiran Lee, or is there's other people like
Standard
that?
guy?
Like the standard like professional 5-star guy. Like not
Oh,
to call
yeah,
anyone
I
out.
mean-
I love
Is it
Karen Lee.
Johnny?
Yeah,
Everyone says Johnny
Karen.
Sins is a sweetheart. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and
he's
it's
cool.
funny. Johnny is so popular. I was down in
Mhm.
you
Oh,
know
yeah.
Johnny Sins. You'll be in Mexico. Do you know Johnny Sins?
Yeah.
Costa Rica. Oh, you must know Johnny Sins.
He's done every career.
Doesn't ask me about Angela White or any other female. It's about, do you know Johnny Sins?
Yeah.
And I'm just
There's
like,
guys
yes, I
asking you
do.
this?
There's do you ever see that meme? We have a meme too. You're on the MILF meme for Mother's Day.
Oh yeah.
But there's a Johnny Sins meme where he's like every profession, and
Yeah.
it's like the
Yeah.
funniest thing
And-
ever.
Yeah.
I seen that.
I think at
He's
this
the
point,
nicest
I've had
guy,
I
enough.
man.
texted it to him. I'm
He's
like,
a
bro,
really
this is
cool
funny
guy.
because I seen all the guys and the last one was him. I'm like, bro, this shit had me dying because I know all the actors and then you got Johnny. It's like all the bald guys, all the famous bald
Yeah.
guys or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Mr. Clean and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
And then he has. I don't
He's
know if he
killing
still
it.
dates Kiss the Sins, but she.
They're
Yeah, I don't
married,
know.
Aren't they?
I
Are they
don't know.
together?
I have
don't know.
no idea.
Yeah,
He was on a
keep up-
podcast talking about that, like how I think so. I don't even know. I don't want to say anything, but he was saying how it was like tough when she started doing scenes with guys, and I think like even Adam 22 referred that at one point. So I thought that was the whole thing was weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't keep up with people's relationships,
I don't
honestly.
either.
I'm just like, whatever.
Me neither.
The blogs,
I stay in
though,
my own backyard.
Yeah.
the blogs pick it up heavy
Oh, I bet.
because I think because Adam 22 is so affiliated with hip hop, so like anyone who has a problem with him or anything, they'll use that because it'll get
Oh.
views because
Crazy.
he came up from hip hop in a sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
What-
he was playing people's music. And
Do you have like a? Well, you already said you have your own coffee. You have. You said something with CBD or weed.
No, I'm an ambassador for Yardine though. So, and then my podcast and my comedy show is cannabis friendly. So I'm a big advocate of use of that.
Oh wow! Is that what is like your biggest venture going on right now, or that you want to get into that is not related to, the industry or whatever? Because you just seem like you're doing all this nature stuff, and then you're doing comedy shows. I could see like making a movie or something.
Yeah,
or
that
a
would be great.
web
I actually
series, TV
would like to
series.
step more into more mainstream type of projects.
Like, do you do your own stuff on like a YouTube channel or something, like
That's what I'm
reviews or
like
anything?
building right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had one forever,
cool.
and I was just like, I guess I didn't do anything really with it. I wasn't sure what to do, but now I'm like, okay, now I have a little idea of what direction and niches, because
Right.
you got to be consistent with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and you got to
definitely.
keep up with it.
Mhm.
So I recently did a toy review that's being edited right now. It was really funny. I did it with my friend Catalina, and I have an interesting thing with Catalina coming up as well. You guys are familiar with Skankfest?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So you guys gonna come out for that in Vegas?
I may be going out. Yeah,
Yeah. So Catalina,
He runs a
and
comedy show.
Huh?
He runs a comedy show.
Oh.
I run a few shows. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
so you're
cool.
funny.
So her and I might actually do a live wrestling event at Skankfest.
Oh, that's
I've
awesome.
seen that. I think
So-
I've seen you promoting that.
Yeah, they really liked it. I guess they were because I know some of the people that helped produce that show.
Do you have any
and-
favorite-
Yeah, I know
Comedians?
Lewis and Dave and a bunch of my friends play on.
Yeah.
Last year they did boxing.
Yeah, so they're still gonna have the boxing and
Right.
stuff. So what Catalina used to be a pro wrestler, so she's gonna bring in some women pro wrestlers, and we're all on
Wait, I know
OnlyFans
who
and
you're
just,
Oh,
talking
nice.
about
just
now.
do something very entertaining and fun for the crowd.
What's her last name?
Hager, H-A.
Yeah,
G-E-R?
she's Jack Swat. Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know her.
Okay,
yeah.
you know her,
That's fine.
yeah.
Oh, that's clutch
So-
too. Yeah, because Fest is in Vegas now.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
couple
So if you guys
years.
are in town, you
That's
definitely have to
crazy.
like say hi.
Yeah, I
Do
might
you
be
have
going
any
out.
favorite comedians and rappers? Because I know you're a hip hop fan. We talked
Yeah,
about it a little bit.
yeah. I've always loved Mos Def
Yeah.
for hip hop.
Miss Fat Booty, good song.
Yeah, I just love his lyrics. I just like him as a person, I think. But like, I really like the old school raps.
Yeah.
I really do. I miss the old fucking lyricists. Now I'm just like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
The fuck
Oh,
does
yeah.
that mean? I'm sorry.
Do you find it weird when like
That Gen
Do you
Z
find it weird when, like,
I don't even know it.
when like an older rapper puts out a new song? Like Eminem just put out a new track with a new rapper he signed, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's weird hearing like an old
I
legend
don't
rap.
like-
yeah, yeah.
Right?
It just kind of depends.
It's just not the music's just not as good.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I miss
It's not the
like Mos
same.
Def and stuff like that. And what was the other one?
Favorite comedians.
Favorite
stand-up?
comedians.
You seem to be in that world, you know.
Yeah, I feel so blessed because I've got to meet and like legit like kind of hang out with a lot of amazing, super funny comedians. So they've all kind of become my favorite because of it.
You think there's a crossover with adult entertainment and comedy, kind of similarities?
Yeah, I think there is. I think especially crossover in fans. I think a
Yeah,
lot of
that-
fans that are comic fans are also porn fans. I think.
Yeah.
They watch the special, then the
Yeah.
Alexis
Yeah,
Fawx
and then there's
scene
also a
after.
crossover
Yeah.
with wrestling, which I didn't even know
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
and like so I'm kind of tapping into that. And,
Mhm.
yeah,
Crazy.
there's that just like it's almost like the outcast of entertainment in some weird
Pretty much,
way.
yeah.
I love
But,
it.
So
but I
it's-
think even the outcast of entertainment, whether comedians, porn,
Yeah.
TikTokers, whatever, is becoming more popular than
Oh,
original entertainment.
100%.
Like it's
yeah.
like these YouTube specials, the OnlyFans are gonna get
Oh, the
more
Only-
traction
yeah,
than somebody doing a
yeah.
movie or
I think it's
whatever
just
you're
the
doing.
realism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People like
And
And the
that's what it-
fanship is way more. It's you could tell they're more like dedicated actual fans. Like some of the Patreons, like my comedians friends have, and then like OnlyFans you guys have. Like you could just see how like dedicated some of the fans
Yeah,
are.
yeah. And I know like growing up and stuff like that, I used comedy as, just a way to kind of almost escape and laugh. And
Yeah.
it just really like, I love laughter.
Yeah.
And so, watching, Benny, I would like sneak out of my bed and go try to like watch Benny Hill and,
Oh wow.
Throwback.
old things of, Richard Pryor
Yeah.
and just really old school comedians. And then, so it's always been part of my life just from a fan base.
Yeah.
And I think it's really like I just said this to a friend actually just the other day. I was like, I feel really fucking blessed that like I'm actually hanging out with a lot of really amazing humans.
It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the
What
best.
do you think your life's purpose is?
Oh God, that's a good question. It might be even ever changing. I mean, if I could choose the life purpose, hopefully I can just aspire to inspire people to get themselves healthy and to live their life free.
That's beautiful.
Facts.
You guys have like
yeah.
a particular morning routine? Like
morning.
you seem like
I
you-
love routines.
No, because like you
Yeah.
guys, I feel like you guys are both into fitness. I mean, you run
I
around with
wa-
your tits
I-
hanging out, but
Yeah, I wake up every day. Well, since I've been here, I haven't been working out, which I hate because I feel off because I'm traveling is hard.
Yeah,
Traveling
yeah.
is
When you're
hard to work out,
traveling
yeah.
and changing hotels and hair and makeup, it's so hard. But when I'm home, I get up and I go to the gym every day. I take my ass to the
That's
gym.
like a mental release too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when I first went, I wasn't always a gym person.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
gym was like that was a conscious decision. Hey, I want to get healthy. I need to change some shit up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so,
definitely.
I go every day, and I love weightlifting. I fucking love boxing. Oh my god, I even sponsor a boxer, Cashflow Floyd Diaz.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
dope.
signed with Top Rank. He's fucking awesome, especially for a young man. It's just incredible to watch. So that's to me, man. If you're feeling down, go for a fucking walk. Get those
Yeah.
fucking neurotransmitters rolling. You know, get your serotonin, your
That's what I do,
dopamine
yeah.
up, and that's what exercise does for me now.
And then
I'm
diet.
a high energy
Yeah.
person. If I don't get it out some way, I feel bitchy.
Right.
You know, it's going to come out in a wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm just impatient maybe
Yeah.
a little bit more than if I just go and, you know,
When
pump
I
it
don't
out a
work
little
out,
bit. And I also
yeah.
do yoga as well. So
Yeah.
yoga, boxing, weightlifting.
And I
love
think
yoga.
creativity helps too, and then dieting.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the better you eat and the cleaner, I think
You
it
feel
really
better.
does help. Yeah. Not saying I don't have cheat meals. I definitely did bagels and pizza today and pasta. And
Oh,
I definitely have those
It's so
moments, but
hard when you're
that's
in New
fucking
York.
balance.
It's insane.
It's
It's
fucking
impossible
balance.
here, yeah.
Like, I think it's a little insane to be like, oh my God, I can only do this. Like,
No,
I think
yeah, you give yourself
gotta
like a
invite
cheat day
little
or
fun
something
in.
clean.
Yeah.
I'm doing the intermittent fasting hard, but I'm still not eating the greatest when I am eating. But it's
Yeah.
I lost 5 pounds.
Yeah, intermittent
Hey.
fasting is great, especially if you want to get your abs. So
Yeah.
whenever I was like being like really super hardcore, in fact, I've even helped like told other people, it's like, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Intermittent fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
You'll
my
trim
number
that
one-
down, but make sure that that meal is a good, healthy meal for you.
yeah, that's the tough
That-
part. My
that's-
number one issue is eating late at night since I'm out at night. And
Yeah.
stuff.
That's the worst.
I haven't been doing it.
I'm always hungry.
I cut myself
I
off
have
at
to eat at
7.
night.
And the thing is, if I don't eat at night, I will wake up and I'm not hungry, so I'm not even
That's
eating until
weird.
12 or 1, so it's right in my window.
Water's
Yeah,
key
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Then.
That's how
I drink a lot of
So I
water.
drink a water. Sometimes I'm not as hungry.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do because we
Yeah.
also like what you like
Water and coffee,
psychologically.
yeah.
We live in a society like we don't really understand what starvation and hunger is.
Exactly.
We live in like we're social animals. We like to eat and socialize
desk.
and do that. I mean, I remember like when I had an office job. So you know, you eat breakfast, you go in, you have a cup of coffee, and then all of a sudden you're in the kitchen already in the morning,
Oh yeah.
grabbing another snack, another coffee. You bullshit a little bit, go to your desk. What do you do in a few hours? You go back to the
Right.
kitchen, you know. And it's like this revolving thing. We don't know. You know, we're not starving. You know, I'm not saying that not there might be some people, obviously.
Sure, of
I'm
course.
not saying everybody, but I think as a society, we just psychologically don't understand that.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah?
say,
Are
honestly,
you having a good time?
I've been enjoying my conversations. Like,
I
this
didn't know
has
I was
been-
there. I was like, look, and I'm like,
No,
I, have
this
no
has been
clue. I
super
didn't know what time
interesting.
we started.
We'll wrap up. I know you have a flight to catch anyway.
Well, I don't know. It actually got
Oh, it got
changed
canceled?
right before, so I gotta.
Oh, geez.
I just want to call them because they won't even let me look for another flight today. So I
Well-
don't know if maybe they're just it's unoperable. I don't know.
Well, let's get off so you can at least figure it out.
Yeah, no worries. I've been having a great time.
You guys
guys.
want to
I really
plug any?
appreciate
You
it.
got some since you got some
And you
stuff
have any
coming
words
up.
of wisdom? Before
Oh, yeah,
you-
words of wisdom.
Yes.
Oh wait, words of wisdom. Don't do something if you feel like you're only doing it for the money. Because
Yeah.
you're not gonna enjoy what you're doing. I'm gonna be real.
It's funny. One
Facts.
of my questions, I was like, if money was no object, what would you do all day? Would you do the same thing?
Probably. I would be a slut still.
Yeah.
I'd still be a slut.
I enjoy making money from it. It's a turn on for me.
When I first
Not
found
even kidding.
out I could make money from playing with my pussy, I was like, hell yeah.
It's actually a turn on to make money from that. I really like it. I like the whole idea of being watched and making money from it.
Yeah.
Is
definitely.
it passion over profit, in a sense?
I think it's equal.
Yeah, that's pretty equal.
It's equal.
I mean, I'm obviously in it to make the money.
I'm not gonna go
know.
fuck
Need to
for
survive.
everything
But-
for free, but
But very similar to her, I always tell people, like, when you're making decisions about your body, if you're at a 99%, say no. Because that 1% could bite you in the ass.
yeah.
Wait till you're 100%. This is what I fucking want.
Right.
I've practiced this. I've masturbated to this. I want this. This is something I want. Because you're going to enjoy it a lot more. You're not, that fear or the hesitation's not going to be
It's
there.
so crazy because I remember like back in the day when I was like only a dancer and I used to talk to my friend about it and I used to be like, damn, like I want to be a porn star. I want to be a porn star. Like I didn't know how to get into it. And then like one day I took the initiative and Googled it and like did my research and then got into it. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Wow.
Look at you now.
Right?
Keep
Like
it
this
basic.
is, I would have never thought 5 years. Like my porn anniversary is coming up in like
Happy porn anniversary.
2 weeks, 5 years. 5 years. I'm
That's
like, what?
amazing.
It's
I've
funny
been in
saying
porn
that. Happy
5
porn
years?
anniversary.
Damn.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like what? 5 years?
It was 13 in July for me.
Wild.
Ooh.
13 fucking years. I like, honestly, like, if back in the, I would have never known this is where I would have ended up. It's
Right?
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
so
best
glad.
part.
So yeah, some advice I would say,
yeah.
say yes to opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
And be okay to like a quote unquote, I hate using the word failure or mistake. Be okay to fall on your fucking face because you're going to learn so much from that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you can carry that on to the next thing that you do. Or maybe you like, okay, I still want to do this project. I'm going to restructure it now with this new knowledge.
Right.
Mhm.
And you keep climbing that until you
Mhm.
fucking make it to the top.
Yeah, and I'll wrap it up. Sorry, Dave.
Sorry.
I saw you in an interview. You were talking about how just to like say yes, don't overthink it. Just
Yeah, don't
sometimes just say
overthink it.
yes and
Say
keep
yes to it.
Yeah.
Right.
You
That's
know,
it.
like
Just take that
that's
action.
an opportunity.
Ta-
The universe
take
is
the
saying,
action.
"Hey, you want to try something new? Let's try it." And you're like, if he's like, I don't know,
At
you're
least
gonna
try it
miss
once.
out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, try once and see
Try
what
once.
happens.
See what
Nothing in my
happens.
ass though, but yeah.
Yeah. No fingers. All
worries.
right, you guys have anything coming up? You want to plug anything real quick?
Actually,
Any events?
Yes, I had a magazine drop in July, made front cover for Erotic Magazine. So go get your copy or DM me because I have copies available, signed and ready.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Gosh, I'm brain farting right now. I have so much shit I feel like going. Oh, hosting. Yes, the Urban X Awards on the 18th. I'm your host for the festival, and I'm nominated for 2 awards right now: Most Popular Content Creator and Female Porn Star of the Year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like what?
Nice.
I have the coolest
Congrats.
fucking friends.
Thank you. Bitch, you too. Congrats to ABN.
Oh, thanks so
Crazy.
much. I'll promote my my coffee. It's haf.coffee.
I'm gonna get some.
And if you ever
like the
visit
shirt.
Vegas, you can actually buy my coffee at Corey's Fine Wine and Spirits in a local store. And if you like and you can also try my beer there.
Hell yeah.
Astronomy O-Works is my local brewer that I work with. So shout out to him. Thank you so much for wanting to do that with me. And watch the Highest Fawx show and everything else. Just be on the lookout.
That's dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Thanks.
at Alexis Fawx Live and at Kiki the Snack, right?
Yep, that's
All
my
right, cool.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Hell
got
yeah,
it.
that's the show, guys.
Keep It
Thank you so
Basement.
much. Follow at the Sweenz, follow at Tom Zappia, at Keep It Basement. Rate, subscribe, all that crap. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Enjoy New York.
Thank you.
Thanks.